Which coaches are on the hot seat so far in the first week of the NBA season? I know you got some.
I'll say, we might as well start off with who we left off with the Pelicans. Willie Green. That boy got to go. That boy got to go. Because didn't you say they played? It was reports saying that he wanted to put Herb Jones at center. That was terrible. He should have been
They
fired
haven't
as
actually
soon as he
done it
said
yet
it.
because the whole squad hasn't been healthy.
The fact that he didn't say it, he needed to be fired off of that alone. And then on top, like y'all losing to teams that you're not supposed to lose to. That's a coaching thing because you still got two of your best players there, in Zion and Brandon Ingram. So you guys are supposed to win those games, especially against these weaker teams. And then the offense that looks nasty. They don't even know who they really want to run the ball through. They have no identity. They don't have that identity either. So it's like Willie Green has to go. We've seen enough. He's been with them for what, 3 years now, 4 years now.
This will be 3 years.
And they've been bounced out of the first round every single time, correct? Or
They
a
either
play-in,
haven't
right?
made it or been bounced on the first.
Yeah, so it's like Willie Green, you really haven't shown any improvement because just off talent alone, those guys are a playoff team. But you haven't done anything to boost the talent or make these guys play better. So he has to go. They need a new coach in there.
I'm gonna say Rick Carlisle.
Mm.
So far, the Pacers have been underperforming. They're supposed to be better than that. Tyrese hasn't been playing good. Pascal been playing okay. Ben Mathurin has been playing pretty decent off the bench so far, but that defense is still not good. And you just made. I know if you want to say they got lucky going to the conference finals, that's fine. But at the end of the day, they just went to the conference finals, and you were supposed to build momentum off that. And now your best player isn't playing good, and you guys are 2-3. You barely, bro. Man, you could basically say you got lucky because if the Celtics start out good from the start, y'all probably get blown out. And if that's the case, y'all would have been 1-4, and that would have been looking real nasty, man. So this was a must win because you
Mm-hmm.
lost to the 76ers. That was just y'all just tweet. So far, if I had to pick right now, at least it'd be Rick Carlisle. I think he
And Tyrese letting all them snow bunnies get to his head, man. He ain't focused on the season. He focused on snow
girlfriend's
bunnies.
his girlfriend's white.
Man, he focused on them snow bunnies instead of focusing on basketball. He focused on the wrong shit right now.
Another name, Will Hardy, man. This might be it.
For Jazz, yeah, I was
Yeah, this
see
might be it.
now. I was conflicted about putting him on my list because it's like
I didn't put him on mine.
but we all know the Jazz are supposed to be bad. We all know that they're in the rebuild. So it's like, will you
This year
really
three
put him?
though. This
But
three.
would
They're
you
going.
really? But
Yeah, this is
but
third year with them.
I mean, yeah, but the team is still in the rebuild. Like he's not a bad coach.
I don't think he's bad.
No, he's not a bad coach, but the team is in a rebuild, so I don't think he needs to get fired. I think they just need better talent around him. That's all. Because besides Lloyd Marketing, what have they really gotten from the draft? Cody Williams. I don't think Cody Williams is going to be an all star or anything of
Filipowski.
that caliber. I don't think he's going to be an all star either. So it's like, what talent do they got? Isaiah Collier, but we
Oh
haven't
yeah.
seen what he looks like. He's been injured, and then Keontae George, and then you got Colin Sexton. Like those
And
guys
John
don't really.
Collins.
Yeah, none of those guys really move the needle for me. So it's like, what talent do they really have?
I feel like it depends on what do you expect. Because remember that first year he was there, they were competitive, then they slowed down and was bad. Last year it was kind of the same, then they was bad again. Now they're just bad.
I mean, but that's probably because they didn't get a top pick. What top pick did they get in those last 2 years? None.
When did they draft Keontae George?
I think it was like lottery. It was like late
Or
lottery.
Walker Kessler. Let me see. Keontae George. Don't they usually? Yeah, let me go. Bio. Okay, he was drafted in 23 with the 16th pick. Kessler
And he was
was
22. He was 22.
who? Kessler.
Yeah.
And then you get Taylor Hendricks, but we know he broke his leg. Feel better, Brody. But so it's like, I don't know.
They haven't really gotten any top 10 talent or top 5 talent, so it's
If
like you gotta tank in order to get that talent.
if I'm the Jazz ownership, I would let this year slide because we're probably gonna get one of them there's a chance we get a top 3 pick. Let's say we get like a Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey or one of them, then we can really see what it is like next year. Then if
Mhm.
you're bad again next year, then we might have to let you go, brother. Because
I
then we're
mean,
going on 4 years
I'll give
of
them 2
being bad.
more years, bro. I'll give them 2 more years. I'll let them get a top 3 pick this year. Let him get a top 3 pick this year. And then I want to see how he develops whatever top pick we get. And then I'll give him 1 more year after that being bad. Because then we'll get another lottery pick. And then now, once we get those 2 lottery picks, let's see what you do with both of them. And if it's still bad after that, then yeah, you gotta go, brother. You gotta go.
Another name. Do you think Quinn Snyder on the hot seat?
Quinn Snyder, Quinn Snyder, Quinn Snyder.
Hawks.
No, I don't think he is. I mean, he just got there.
Yeah, but they was bad last year. That was his last year was his first full season. They were bad. They were a bad team. And they got blown out on the Bulls in the play-in. They got blown out.
Oh yeah, they did.
And we think don't we think they're gonna be bad again this year, dogs?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we had them. We had them not making the playoffs, just making the play in. If
That's
that,
what I'm saying. So, you going on basically 2 full years and you guys and you get bouncing the play in and potentially not make the first round, could they potentially get rid of him?
I mean, they are 2-3, and you did lose to
You
the
lost to the
Wizards
Wizards
twice,
twice.
twice, twice, G. And they got beat by 13 the second game, and they lost by 2 the first game. Um, Nah, I don't think they'll fire him. I don't think they'll fire him because it's like all you got is Trey and Jalen Johnson for real, and then Bogey's been hurt. So I don't. I think they'll probably give him like 1 more year, bro. I don't think they're gonna fire him this season. I got one.
They might. If they're
I got.
bad like how we expect they are, they might get rid of him. I'm not gonna lie. If they are really bad, because I'm not gonna lie, lose to the Wizards is crazy. That's kind of crazy to me. Twice, if that. If they start out really bad instead of being mid like we thought, I wouldn't be shocked if they fire him in the middle of the season. We saw them get rid of Nate McMillan. Nate McMillan, I think he's a decent coach. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah,
They got rid of him in the middle of the season, but
I
that's because him and Trey had some beef and
yeah, I was
they
gonna
go
say
side
him
with
and
the
Trey.
player.
Yeah, but another one I
So
got Billy Donovan. I think Billy Donovan is gone after this season. Depending
after
on
this
how the
year,
Bulls, yeah, depending on how they place at the end of the year. If they're like playing again or something like that, I think he's gone. If they ain't playing and they get bounced out or they don't even make the playoffs, he's gone. He's going after this year regardless. He hasn't done nothing for the Bulls. I mean, granted, he had that 1 year, but Lonzo got hurt. But since then, the Bulls have not done nothing. Nothing.
if they go into the playing and lose again, I think he's gone too. And especially if they don't make the playoffs, he's definitely gone, bro. Like he hasn't done nothing. I don't think he's a good developmental coach either. Like
Mm.
I haven't seen him develop. Like,
Patrick Williams has done nothing.
bro, did you see that? It was a picture. It said, I think it said something about it was either Billy Donovan or just the Bulls management or something. It said Patrick Williams averaged 9 points and whatever in Florida State. He averages 9 points in the NBA. They signed him to a $90 million contract, bro. It's like, bro, come on.
Now, granted, they got 3 big wins to start the season.
Yes.
Which has probably surprised everyone.
Yes, it has.
Now, if Billy Donovan could keep this up, he would buy himself another extra year. But I don't think he's going to keep this up throughout the whole entire season.
What if the Bulls are good? Let's say they have a positive. Let's just say they're like 5 or 6 games over 500. They go in the play in, but then they get smoked in the first round. Would you still fire them?
No, he
Okay.
bought himself. If they make the first round, he bought himself another year.
Even if they get swept?
Nah,
What did
if
it
they
say?
get swept, then yeah, you got to at least give me a game. At least give me one game. But yeah, if he makes the playoffs in the first round, I think he's gonna keep his job then.
I got one last coach. Chauncey Billups, brother. This might be it for him. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, G, I
And
don't
he
agree
got
with that.
and this is last year too. I think this it, bro. I know we talked about it, and it's like it's not that much talent on that team, but it's like you still haven't gotten better. You guys are still probably gonna win 20-something games, and depending on how ownership is, that might not be enough to re-sign you, brother. So I think this might be it for Chauncey, at least with the Blazers, at least.
I mean, I don't agree with that, Jay. I don't think Chauncey needs to be on the hot seat because you gotta look at it. Like, granted, like you said, they don't have talent, but the talent that they do have has been injured. Shaden Sharp has been injured 2 years in a row now. This is Chauncey's what, third year or fourth year?
Fourth year.
This is his fourth year. Of course, the last couple, Scoot didn't play good last year, but Scoot looks better this year, and I think that's because of Chauncey. Um, DeAndre Ayton looks better this year. I think that's
Hey,
because
he
of
a double
Chauncey.
double machine.
That's what I'm saying. He looks better this year. I think it's because of Chauncey. It's just they didn't have the talent, and when they did have the talent was injured, bro. That's all I think it is. And then, yes, this season they're still going to be bad because they have a lot of young guys. They don't have any veterans on that team.
Their veteran is like
So,
Jeremy Grant.
yeah. And so, and then on top of that, I think a lot of pieces that they have on there doesn't fit well with the team. I think they just got a bunch of guys on there hoping. Like, I like Danny. I think they need to keep him. They need to flip Jeremy Grant. Um, keep Aiden. They need to flip Simons, and then start him and Shaden. I low key think. Well, this is a prediction for the future. I think that Blazers gonna get Ace Bailey. I think he gonna end up a Blazer.
Mm.
I think he's gonna end up a Blazer. But I don't think they're gonna fire Chauncey. If anything, they might renew him for like 2 years or something like that. But I don't think they need to fire him. I think he's done a great job developing his players. What's that boy named Jabari Walker?
Yeah.
He plays good.
Yeah. He's
He
okay.
plays
He's
good.
okay. He's okay.
Trent Ford was playing good when he got sick for them. Um, Klingon's playing decent.
Yeah.
So I think it's just they don't need to fire Chauncey, bro. I think they just need more talent and veterans and time. That's all. That's all I think. I don't think he needs to be fired though.
And I
It's
guess
somebody you didn't mention.
you said what?
It's somebody you didn't mention.
I think we about to say the same thing, brother.
Doc
Doc
Rivers.
Rivers.
Doc
Doc
Rivers. Yeah. That
Rivers.
boy gotta
Doc
go.
Rivers.
He gotta go, bro.
Hey, Doc Rivers.
Go, bro. About that time. It's been about that time before he even
He only
got
been
the
there for
East
half
team.
a year and a half.
And he gotta go. He has to go, bro. That ain't no way this team should be this bad to start off the season, bro. You guys had a full training camp. Dame came back in healthy. Giannis isn't. He didn't come back in healthy, but Chris Middleton isn't healthy either. But still, you have majority of your team healthy, bro. You and Dame and Giannis should at least be what? They should at least be.
What, like 3-1?
Oh, I'm going to, who they all lose to? Let me go to their schedule.
Celtics, Nets, and Bulls. So 2-2.
No, they should be 3-1 because they should have beat the Bulls and they should have beat the Nets and then they beat the Sixers. So they should be
Oh,
three
okay,
and
yeah,
one right now.
yeah, okay.
They should at least be 3-1 at least. And these boys, y'all, they 1-3. That's not okay, Doc. That's not okay. You literally have top what? Two top 20, top 15 players in the league right now, bro. And you telling me you can't at least be 3-1? You losing to the Bulls and the Nets? That's nasty work.
Lose
That's
to the Nets
nasty
is
work.
worse, bro.
And then
That's
by
nasty.
13 at that. By 13 at that?
That's nasty.
Nasty work, bro. Doc gotta go, bro. I don't know if Doc can't command. I don't think Doc can command the same thing as he once could to get out of his players. I don't think he has that voice anymore that players can gravitate to and listen to and be confident in to go to war with. I think they need another voice in them. Like,
Bro.
I don't know who it is, but it ain't Doc.
Bro, they just got Doc Rivers because of name.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That is it. And you remember what he said when he was like, he hasn't like, what's the word? Not played, not coached bad, but like haven't had down moments in like in his coaching years. We're capping. Stop it. We're capping. Now we know damn well y'all should have beaten the Celtics that year and y'all lost and y'all blew them last 2 games. So you saying you haven't had down years is cap. And the only reason the Bucks signed you is because of your name. And he's been living off that 08 championship. He's really been living off that. And Stephen A. Smith said it like the other day. If he don't get it together, this might be it for real, for real. Like, he might not get another coaching job ever.
No, bro, this is it. This is it. If this team doesn't at least make it to the conference finals or at least fight to get there, like, say they get bounced, they win the first round, but they get bounced out in the second round, they get gentlemen swept, or it's not even close. Nah, bro, you got to go. You have to go. Because if we being honest, if you look on paper, this team is supposed to be a championship team.
If you look on paper, are they really though?
I mean,
if
Gary
you really
Trent,
like, I know what you mean, but when you look at the team, are they though?
Yeah, I mean, they got Giannis, Chris Middleton, Dame, Bobby Portis,
Brooke
Lopez. Gary Trent's a decent role player. Tayshaun Prince, he's not bad. He's okay. Torian Prince, he's okay.
You're playing 34 minutes, brother.
That's nasty work. And then you got the 2 young guys in Andre Jackson and Beauchamp. Like, it's a okay roster. It's good enough to make it to the championship, bro. Especially when you got all that championship pedigree already with Brooke, Bobby, Middleton, and Giannis, and then you just adding in Dame.
Is it crazy to say that Dame and Giannis are like, I think they're cool, but they're not homies. I think they're cool.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean,
ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
and
you
they
don't
just don't
necessarily
have
have
the
to be
chemistry.
homies.
They just don't have the chemistry though.
I think it's because Doc didn't try to make them like, bro. You have to. If you all your superstars on the same team have to be on one page, bro. They all have to be cool, unless they like Kobe and Shaq, where you know what I'm saying. They can just go hoop, do what they gotta do, and don't be friends afterwards. Like, you know what I mean. But I don't think that's gonna necessarily work all the time, bro. Like, you have.
You muted, brother.
You have to force that relationship between Giannis and Dame, bro. So that means running more things on offense for them. He doesn't run anything on offense for them, like with both of them together.
Hey, man.
He hasn't even. I don't think he has adapted to the new NBA.
But they didn't have Giannis and Dame didn't have chemistry anyway, even with Adrian Griffin.
I mean, but that's part of the reason. The part of that is because Dame was hurt to start the season, but now he's healthy.
All right, I should be good. Muted, brother.
Yeah, I know.
All right. But yeah, that's it for our coaches on the hot seat.